Welcome to the how-to for putting something inside a button in Experience Editor. Now, while you're watching this how-to, while you're watching this demo, I recommend that you use a watch and then do strategy. So watch what I do in the video and then do it. Of course, you can watch and then pause and then do, um, but try to avoid a watch while doing technique. It might be hard to watch what I'm doing and doing it at the same time. You might miss something very important and then get frustrated when you didn't have to be. So watch and then do. Watch and pause and then do. Okay, let's jump right into Experience Editor and put something inside a button. To go to Experience Editor, we are going to click on the Create and Edit button, and we're going to do a new experience. So let's click on that new experience. Now, for this experience, I'm going to have us go for this demo. We're going to go to Under the Sea, and that is a Optima Ed location. So we're going to go to the My Groups dropdown and click on an Optima Ed group. OAO staff and faculty is one, and I'm going to search for Under the Sea. I'm going to click on it, and we're going to go. Awesome. Now, you can put anything inside, well, not anything maybe. You can put a lot of stuff inside a button, like a snapshot, a MyRec, an image, and that's only scratching the surface. For this, we don't have an image that we all share. We don't have a MyRec that we all share, a snapshot. So I'm just going to use something simple. I'm going to use a shark. But again, remember, you can put anything inside the button, anything. So just keep that in mind. Here we are under the sea. Now, some just reminders on navigation, how to move around, how to do stuff in here. If you push your escape button, your ESC button, for me, it is in one of the corners, the top corners of my keyboard. If you push it, it'll close the menu. Push it again, it'll open the menu. Closed, open, pushed, pushed. Now let's close it and let's practice moving. Now, if you push the Q, as in Quebec button, you will go straight up. Push, push, push. And if you push the E as an echo button, you'll go straight down. Push, push, push. If you push the W button, you'll go forward. Push, push, push. And the S as in Sierra, you'll go straight backwards. A as in Alpha, you will go to the left. And D as in Delta, you will go to the right. Let's go back here to the middle. If you want to look around and change your view, you can click and hold with the left click, like either the left click on your mouse or the left side of your mouse pad, and you just move your mouse around, move that finger around if you're on the mouse pad, and you will be looking around. Let's turn off these bubbles here. Turn that bubble sound. Um, you can also look around by holding down the space key and moving your mouse, or holding down the space key and moving your finger on the trackpad, on the mouse pad. And if you are looking around and you push the W button, you will go forward. So here's forward this way, here's forward this way, backwards, forwards. So forward, just like in real life, forward is subjective. Whichever way you're looking, that is forward. To help us be efficient in here, when we place stuff, buttons, IFXs, images, anything, it is helpful to be looking directly at where you want the thing to be. For us, we're going to look where we want this button to be. So let me back up so we get some more context here. We're going to put this button right under this archway with the temple ruins in the background. We're going to go down. We're going to put it right here. Okay. Now we're going to push that escape key, that escape button, open our menu. All right, now let's get this button. Let's get this trigger in here. To find all the triggers we can do, we are going to go to this green trigger button on the left side of our editor menu. Go ahead and give that a click. And we're going to do a host only button. We're going to do a host only button. So that way only the host can click it and load what's inside. There are other buttons you can do, like a button anybody can push. And there are so many other kinds of triggers you can do, like triggers that are tied to if a person's body enters a zone, if a person's hand enters a zone, if an object enters a zone, if a specific object enters a zone. There's so many options. And we're just scratching the surface, but we're going to get a host only button. We're going to put a Shark IFX inside it. But again, you can put lots of stuff inside this button. Um, okay, and quick cut. So, um, sorry about that rough transition. My when I clicked on trigger, it wouldn't load. And sometimes that happens in here, Sometimes that happens to everything. It won't load. So, you close the program, restart your computer, come back, and sure enough, look at this. We are up and running. Up and running. So, we are going to put a host only button in here. I just finished talking about all the different kinds, that there are different kinds. We're going to use a host only for this demo together. So right here, IFX trigger text button host only. Go ahead and click on that. And right now it just shows up as a little box. And we're going to put it right in the middle. Now, when we're going to add text to this, and it's going to grow in size. It's not going to stay a square the whole time. So let's click, left click to let go of it. If you started out like, I can't grab it. He's grabbing it, I can't grab it. Go ahead and click on that selection bubble, then click on the three dots, and then click on move. That's how you can move objects in here in Experience Editor. Okay, right here in the middle. So we have it placed. Let's open our menu, our editor menu by pushing that escape button. And here we see a little green box for the, we pulled out of the green trigger button, green box. Let's put some words on this button, right? To edit this button and to put things inside this button, we're going to click on the settings wheel. Now, here in the center of our menu, we have the UI text box. Let's put in like push here for sure. Save. And now the button says push here for shark. Right now, this button doesn't do anything. So let's put something inside this button. So let's go back into the buttons settings by pushing this settings wheel. And let's look over here on the right side of our editor menu where it says triggered effects. Now, this button right here that says trigger 4, if we click on this, it'll change between triggering for just one person. Like you push this, only the person who pushes the button will see what happens. Or triggering it for everybody. If one person pushes it, that's a tongue twister, then everyone will see it. We are going to have this trigger for everybody. Okay, so let's click the add new. And here are all the things you can add. So many things, interactives, quizzes, cloud files, IFXs, recordings. We are going to do an IFX and we are going to put a shark in here. We're going to put a shark. But again, you can put anything you want inside these buttons. And there's so many different ways to customize what goes on with a button. Okay. Now we see our shark here on the first page. So let's click on this shark and we can push that escape button to close our menu. And I'm going to find where the ground is by using my scroll wheel to push the shark away from me, using my surroundings to help me with my lack of depth perception. Right, I can move it over here, see, okay, there, now it's touching that wall, touching the floor. So I can move it behind the button. Let's put it maybe, I want it to be a little close to the button, so I'm going to scroll in where just his face is popping out of the button like this. We're going to put him right there. It, it disappeared. What happened? Worry not, worry not. That shark is inside the button. And so the only place to see this shark is inside the button. So let's dive in and look inside this button. Make sure we did everything right. So push the settings wheel to go inside the button. And then we see, oh, the big great white shark is here. If you click on the settings wheel for this IFX you put in here, then you can see the shark. And you can click on it, move it around. If it wasn't in the right spot that you wanted, you can click and hold down your right clicker, either on your mouse pad or your mouse, and move your mouse while that's held down to rotate that shark. You can use Gizmo to move it in straight lines along one axis or two axes. You can rotate it by clicking and using that scroll wheel you have. You can use scale to change its size. We're going to have it be like this, at 1.5 size, like that, nice and big and close. Now with IFXs in here in Experience Editor, you can add some more details to it. Do animation overrides, create a fish school. We're not going to talk about these, but there are things you can do with these. Um, Now, before we go out of here, this shark, when we push this button, it is only going to be here, be visible for 30 seconds. And it is only ever going to load once. Only ever going to load once. Um, so let's change that because maybe I want it to load some more times, right? Maybe I want it to load more than once. Maybe it disappears and I want to push the button again and it loads more. So I'm just going to go ahead and click multiple. Click on this spawn type so it loads multiple. And you know what, let's just keep the length to 30 seconds. That way we can see, okay, it disappears. I push the button again, it reappears. Just to practice what these effects do. There's so many things you can do with buttons. Let's save that effect and check one more time. All right, looking good. Good. All right, and effect is saved. Effect is saved. Now we are almost done. We are almost done with this file here. Um, Now there are a couple things we could do to make it so that way this button doesn't disappear. Because how Experience Editor files work, they're kind of like timelines, kind of like videos. If right here in the center of our screen we have a play button, I'm going to go ahead and push that. And I want you to look at this blue time marker. See, it's moving down. This is kind of like you in the experience. As you are in here for more and more seconds, you get closer and closer and closer to other things that maybe you have in here. But you also get closer and closer and closer to things disappearing. When we get to 30 seconds, you're going to see this button is going to disappear. Now, maybe that's what you want. Maybe that's not what you want. Um, oh, see, just disappeared. So let's pause this and let's drag this time marker back. You can do that either by clicking on this timeline, right here to 0, 0, or you can click and hold on the blue triangle to move it too. Um, so there's a few ways that we can make this button like long so it doesn't disappear, make it longer. The way I'm going to show how to make this longer is by making this green box really long. Instead of making it last for only 30 seconds, we're going to make it last kind of forever. Well, as forever as we need. Like if your class is only 50 minutes long, if you make this green box 51 minutes long, it kind of lasts forever, right? It lasts longer than your class, so it lasts forever. But darn it, this timeline only goes until 5 minutes, not 50 minutes. What are we going to do? Well, we can change that. Let's change how long our timeline is so we can make our button longer and not disappear. Let's go here to the floppy disk icon. Give it a click, and then we'll see the length row right here. And here in this row, we can click the edit icon all the way on the right side of our screen, and we can now change the length. Instead of being 5 minutes, let's change this to say 1:00:00, and then click that blue check mark. Now here you could click the save button, or you just click the back arrow. And now, ho ho ho, it is very big now, all the way up to an hour. And now our green box is really tiny. I can't grab on it. Ah, I can't grab it. Oh, looks like I clicked it on accident. Okay, we need to zoom in. We need to practice zooming in and zooming out. To zoom in and zoom out in our editor menu, we are going to look at the bottom of our screen where this bar is. This scroll bar allows you to zoom in and zoom out by clicking and holding on one of these two ends, one of these two circles. So let's click and hold on the right circle. Click, hold, and give it some moves. See, now I'm scooching it, clicking and holding all the way to the right. I'm zoomed all the way out. And clicking and holding all the way to the left. And I'm zoomed in. So let's maybe zoom out a little right there. We want to see this settings wheel. So once we see the settings wheel, let's give it a click and go into the buttons settings. And right here where it says end time, let's change it to say 1 hour. 1:00:00 and save. Whoa, now this is really big. Let's zoom out by clicking on the right circle here and dragging and all the way zoomed out. Here we go. Now this button will last forever, but the shark does not last forever, right? Let's go back into this button's settings and see this shark only exists for 30 seconds and then it'll disappear. But go into the shark's settings. We made it so the shark can load multiple times. Click the button once, loads the shark for 30 seconds, shark disappears. Click the button again, shark will load, then the shark disappears. Um, okay, so again, you can put tons of stuff in here. There's tons of different triggers that all kind of do similar things, but require different actions to start them. Um, okay, so we're done with this. We put a button, we put something in a button, bada bing, bada boom. Now let's save our file. Go to that floppy disk. Let's name our file here. Clicking on that edit button, we're going to name it Underwater Shark. You can also name the title if you want to. I'm not going to this time. Click that save button, copy to cloud, copy. And now you are ready to download this file, load it in your headset, share it with others. Ah, nice job.